YouTube, this is going to be another update video. Just some new things I've added to the tank and stuff like that. My first big addition is this guy right, green star polyps. They're pretty small, if you can see my finger. I've put them on the substrate rather than the rock, because I've read on the internet quite a bit that if you put them on the rock, that they'll like basically overtake the rock, and I don't want that to happen, so I put them on the substrate, because I don't care if he takes over that. I think that would just look nice. So, and I want to add more corals to the rock, so I don't want him to take over the rock. As for my Duncan, he's doing great. Seems to be getting a little bigger also. But one thing I did notice I would like you guys to help me out with is, I don't know if you can see in the video. Yeah, you can kind of see. If you see that the tips of things are a little like a little bit yellow, little tips on them. I don't know if it was like that before or not. I'm not sure if that's normal or not. If you can see that the tips of it are kind of yellow, let me know if that's normal. If not, what I need to do. I bought him with the 2 heads. But I did notice that he's sprouting another head right back here. You can see that right there. He's starting to sprout out a new head, which is really cool. Haven't even been feeding him or anything yet. I just haven't done it. I've been so busy lately. Let's see. The only other thing I've added to the tank is an emerald crab. And he's been doing work on this algae over here. Like there was like a bunch of it like over here. Really good job on that, because I got a coral banded shrimp, but he don't seem to eat that algae for whatever reason. So let's see other things. I've got a little bit of coralline algae growing. Let's see if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that purple algae growing on the rock. Sorry, my glass is dirty, but let's see, we've got a good amount of it right there growing. As you can see, all that purple growing on the rocks. On these rocks over here, there's some growing on the back of this rock over here. And don't worry, that green that you see right there is not algae. That's just a reflection of my tube here. That's not algae. The back of that rock back there has some growing on it, and this one has a little bit, not as much for some reason. Let's see, anything new? Not really. Questions for you guys I have is, I've got more green algae growing down here on the substrate, and this is like brown algae growing on the side. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that kind of. Got that growing right there. And this hair algae, I got the crab to work on that. I think he's doing a good job of that. I've only had him for, this is just the second day that I've had him, and I got this cool green star polyp at the same time as him. They took, let's see, I got him at nighttime. When I finally got him to the house, my lights were already off. So I actually turned my timer off so my lights would come back on. The next day he was open a little bit, and then today is the second day and he's open all the way now, so that's good. He took like 2 days to open fully, or at least I assume 2 days. I haven't been home that much. I've been busy with work and stuff like that, so he looks good. I like it. He was cheap too. He was only $19.99 for that frag there. Today I'm getting ready to head down to Richmond. I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm getting ready to head down to Richmond. There's several aquarium stores down there. I'm going to check out some frags, hopefully get some new frags down there today. We'll see. I'm hopefully going to get some more fish for that one, and maybe some fish for this one. I've never been down there, so I don't know how their prices are, but we'll see. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this on the video. Let's see if I can get it, like, focus here. Can you guys like see that? It focuses a little bit, but then it doesn't. But anyways, these little white specks that you see right here, are actually little creatures. And there's quite a few of them in here. There's some right here. There's probably some on the substrate, I can't tell because it's white, but there's some on the back and there's some on the side. And when I first saw that, I was like freaking out because I didn't know what that was. But I looked it up and it turns out that they're copepods, something like that. And it turns out that that's a good thing to have those. They say it's a sign that your tank is, you know, good. It got all the right parameters and stuff like that. And natural fish food, but I don't have any fish in here right now. I'm gonna get some, or one. I never planned on having a whole lot of fish in here. Obviously, it's only a 10-gallon, but as for the algae, I don't have that much of cleaners. I've got one hermit crab, one little snail, emerald crab, and then my shrimp. I don't know if I already mentioned him. I know I need to get more. I've just been more focused on corals and stuff like that than those shrimp. I mean the snails and stuff. I like the hermit crabs. I'm not a huge fan of the snails. I think they're ugly. I mean, obviously I know they're necessary, but I'm just not the biggest fan of them for the algae. I mean, I know they eat the algae and stuff like that, but I've got a turbo snail, big turbo snail in my 36-gallon over there. He does a good job in that tank. Of course, I just have stock lighting on that tank because that's just a fish-only tank, so it don't grow that much algae. But I need to clean the freaking tank. It got water spots and stuff on it. But other than that, there's not really much else that I've added. I've added that coral, the emerald crab. I don't know where he's at. He hides during the day. He comes out at nighttime. I'm gonna do like a nighttime video to kind of show off everything in my moonlights, and I'm anxious to see what my new coral looks like under the moonlights. Although I've read that star polyps close up at night, I'm not sure about that. So I'll see if I can't get him on video. But he's around in here somewhere. Also, I'm gonna start feeding my coral banded shrimp, because I actually read I had a tomato clownfish in here for like one day and he died. And I tested my water and everything in my water was fine. And my first thought was I got him from Petco. Maybe he was just a effed up fish because they're not the best place. Then I thought, well, I didn't acclimate him the way I should have, because long story short, I didn't have time and I had other thing I needed to acclimate, and I felt like it was a little bit more important than him. I did drip acclimate him, but it was only for like 10 minutes, and then I put him in here. But then I was reading that coral banded shrimp, if they don't have enough food or whatever, that they'll actually kill your fish at nighttime. Because he pretty much, he'll come out during the day sometimes, but he mostly just comes out at night. And I was like, oh, well maybe that's what happened. So I don't know if that's really what happened or not, but I'm going to get some kind of little sinking pellets or something for him. That way I don't have to worry about that. Ease my mind a little bit. Your guys' input on that would be great. So, thanks for watching.